So I know about the October 15th deadline,
Right.
and my husband is here on a visitor's visa, and I want to put in an I-130 petition for him. But I just want to know, I'm not a citizen, I'm a permanent resident. I'm eligible for citizenship next year. I want to know if there's any other form I need to be filing before October 15th with the I-130.
Whether you file before October 15th and after, you are going to have the same new affidavit of support problems. You're not going to beat the affidavit of support issue because you filed before October 15th. So you're going to fall under the new laws no matter what. It's not when you file, as I said earlier, it's when you go for your interview.
I think I have a big problem with my kids' paperwork. I got my green card through my husband, and I did my 3 boys' paperwork at the same time in Jamaica. So April of this year, the 13th, was the priority date. And I got approval letter the 25th of October last year. And they say the case was sent to Department of State, something like that. And since then, I have not heard nothing from visa center. And I have a green card. I got my green card.
So what is it that you're waiting for? So what is it that you're waiting for?
These papers are for my kids.
Okay,
in Jamaica.
my apologies. Okay. And your husband filed for them?
They're all, the oldest is 17.
Okay, so October 2018, you
Yes.
got an approval letter, and we're now October
Yes.
2019, and the case has not moved?
I haven't heard nothing.
If your case got approved in October 2018 for under 21 kids filed by a stepdad who's a U.S. citizen, you should have heard it from the National Visa Center by December 2018 or January 2019. Anytime after that, you got a problem. If you don't know what's going on, and it sounds like you have no idea what's going on, you have the right, you're the captain of your boat, you have the right to switch lawyers.
Oh, I love you so much, and
Thank
I love
you.
your program
Thank you.
because you've been so helpful.
Thank you very much.
I have 3 questions.
Go
so,
ahead.
can you drive with international driver license?
I don't
That's
know
the
what the
first
laws
question.
are for each particular state. I can tell you what the law is for New York. And in New York, the law says you're allowed to drive with a foreign driver's license for the first 90 days that you've entered the United States and are in New York. After 90 days, you need to get a New York license. So basically, if you come to the United States on a very short period of time, 90 days or less, your first 90 days while you're legally here, you can use a foreign driver's license. After that, you're driving without a license.
Can you claim asylum?
You have to claim asylum within 1 year of entry into the United States unless something drastically has changed in your life. I'll give you an example. I've seen people who've come to the United States who were homosexuals or same-sex marriages or whatever, and they lived this life in the United States in a same-sex marriage or a same-sex relationship for years, never applied for asylum, never told anyone back home, and then one day back home somebody found out. And then that person who found out told the second person, who told the third person, who told the fourth person, and then it eventually got back to the person who was in the same-sex relationship here in America that the whole town knows, the whole country knows that they are in a same-sex relationship. They're now getting threatened to be killed or hurt very badly if they return home because people don't like that back home. Something has drastically changed with more than 1 year. Circumstances have changed. You can file an asylum claim under that type of circumstance.
I remember you've addressed it before. You said WIC was part of the public charge.
Correct.
Is that still the case?
Yes. WIC is, if it's for babies, it's fine because it's for a child born in the United States of America. The child's under 21. For that baby, WIC would not affect your immigration case.
I did apply for my passport to become a citizen a couple of about 5 years ago in 2014. During the interview, though, they had asked me for my tax return. There was a question about my tax return. So my name is hyphenated, and the one on the green card is not.
This is for your citizenship based on 3 years of a green card? Is that what your question is?
Can I refile it? I did pull out of that.
You filed based on 3 years of a marriage. You didn't get through. You want to know, you now have a green card for 5 years. Can you refile again?
Saying I got a green card about 20 years ago.
So what is your question?
But can I reapply, or have to go for the same case?
You can file for your citizenship. You can file for your citizenship. The citizenship you did originally was based on a bona fide marriage to your wife. Now what I'm saying is it has nothing to do with your wife. All it has to do with, you've had a green card for more than 5 years, you pay your taxes, you're a person of good moral character, you know how to read, write, and speak English.
Okay. I have a sister who came in about so many years ago. She never bothered to apply for anything, adjustment of status, but now she's married to an American citizen and she wants to change her status. Unfortunately, though, she came in undocumented.
So then she needs to file.
Is there any way out?
She needs to file an I-130 and a provisional waiver provided there was no fraud.
I have a question for a friend. He came in 2011 on a B1, B2 visa. He got married to a U.S. citizen 2 years back. However, the wife is abusive, and he happened to have a consultation with an attorney who advised him to keep in the marriage and see if he can work things out and all that, but it has failed. Do you have any advice for him?
Yeah, my advice is to fire that attorney. I think it's the stupidest advice I ever heard in my life, to go to an attorney and say, my spouse is physically abusing me, and for that attorney to say, stay there and keep getting punched in the face. If somebody's being abused, they get out of the house and they file a Violence Against Women's Act, a VAWA case, and you get your green card on your own, because nobody deserves to stay in an abusive relationship.
I got a letter for a self-interview, I presume. It's the second interview I'd be doing. My wife is saying because of work, she wouldn't be able to go to the interview, which I don't think is a good reason to reschedule.
It is not. So let me explain something to you. Your wife's got to decide what's more important. You living with her for the rest of your life and getting a green card, or she going to work and you getting deported, okay? If work is more important than you getting a green card, you got to really reevaluate your relationship.
But I'm wondering if there's any other way of, because obviously I can't show up to the interview
in these situations, there are three options when you have a problem with your spouse and you have not gotten your green card. Your three options are work out your problems, get a divorce, and fall in love with a second woman, or file an abuse case if there's abuse.
Getting your 10-year green card, will the public charge affect you?
No, it's only for getting the conditional card, not the 10. And it doesn't affect your citizenship either.
Do I need like an affidavit of support?
No.
If I'm just removing the condition?
No. Nope.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy to hear from you.
Thank you. What's going on?
I'm on a 10 years green card, but I had a misunderstanding with my husband that I got miscellaneous and domestic abuse. But I wanted to file my citizenship, but I was so scared. I don't know what to do again, because he says my PO said, my professional officer told me that it's show not received on my background check.
What do you mean not received?
Because I did the 6-month classes for the first offender offense, because, you know.
All right. So you have an arrest. Tell me what this arrest was again.
My husband, me and my husband, we had a misunderstanding at home. So he called the police on me. Then I got arrested and they charged me. But he wanted to dismiss, but it was too late. But later they said that if I do the first domestic miscellaneous and domestic bills on family assault.
Where did this happen? In Virginia?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what you're going to need to do, because unfortunately I don't know the penal code of Virginia off the top of my head. So when you tell me first offender status and this is what I did, I honestly don't know. What you need to do is have a consultation with me. Go to the court and get the disposition. You send me the disposition. It'll say what you were arrested for and what you were found guilty of, if anything. And then I'm going to look up the Virginia penal code, and then I'm going to tell you if you have a problem or not.
So my question is, I'm filing for my wife's N400.
Yes.
The naturalization application. So there's a question that asks whether there was a detainment, arrest by a police officer or immigration officer.
Right.
The question number 23. Okay, so back in 2009, we used to live in Canada back then.
Right.
So she was trying to come to the U.S. on a visitor visa. At that time, she had a visitor visa.
Right.
And at the Vancouver Canadian Airport, the immigration officer stopped her because she had a one-way ticket or something, and then they canceled her and revoked her U.S. visitor visa and sent her back to Canada. Well, it was at the Canadian airport anyway. So the officer called me and said, hey, come pick up your wife. We're not letting her go into the U.S. today.
Was this the Canadian officer or an American? So then you got to admit it.
So, and then that was 2009, but in 2014, she and we all got our green card through her U.S. citizen sister. So we're now living in the U.S. in Dallas.
Okay, wonderful.
So now,
as long as that was disclosed when she got her green card, it's not a problem. If it wasn't disclosed...
Yeah, we disclosed it then whether the visa was revoked, we said yes, and everything was fine.
Then say the same exact thing. It's the same thing. Nothing's changed.
So we're going to say yes, she was detained.
Correct.
Or something?
So I have a VAWA case. I applied since July of last year.
Right.
They sent me the prima facie,
right,
and it's expiring on the 18th of this month. It's stated now that they received the evidence and they'll get back to me, but I haven't heard anything since.
Well, the story with VAWA is this. I mean, there's no funding for VAWA, although immigration seems to keep accepting cases. I have not seen VAWA cases getting approved lately. We all just got to sit tight and see what happens. for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.